Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a massive proposed shift in how we approach learning and teaching. We're looking at a system that's aiming to completely rethink the foundation of educational administration and personalized learning from the ground up.
Okay, let's dive into this. Can AI actually fix an unequal education system? It's kind of the ultimate puzzle for educational stakeholders today. Can technology genuinely bridge the gap in educational equity, or does it just end up creating more administrative headaches for everyone?
To really grasp the scale of the challenge here, we have to look at the reality on the ground. Schools in Mongolia face unequal education quality, overloaded teachers, and limited personalized learning. And when you think about the sheer scale of this, we're talking over 800 schools and 750,000 students across the country. It becomes crystal clear why these systemic bottlenecks desperately need a modern fix.
Section 1. Mongolia's Education Bottleneck, the Overloaded Teacher.
Under the traditional manual model, there is this massive 5 to 7 hour bottleneck per lesson. It's wild. Teachers are bogged down by exhausting 45 to 60 hour work weeks. A huge chunk of their time, up to 60%, is literally squandered just manually preparing lesson plans, analyzing classes, and grading quizzes, rather than actually connecting with students and, teaching.
And here is the really heartbreaking result of that manual bottleneck: 30 to 40%. That is the percentage of students lagging behind on core subjects, simply because personalized learning is statistically impossible under the current model. This gap is especially glaring in rural regions, like Kufskool Province, where teacher shortages make it even harder to track an individual student's progress.
Section 2. Arigun, the Education OS.
So, what exactly is an education operating system? Well, it isn't just another app you download or a static file folder. It's a unified intelligence layer, one that makes autonomous pedagogical decisions and adapts dynamically to individual learning styles. We are talking about a complete, foundational shift in how a school functions on a daily basis.
Arigun Educore is an AI-powered education intelligence platform that supports students, strengthens teachers, and helps schools make data-driven academic decisions. The core philosophy here is absolutely crucial to understand. This system does not replace the teacher. Instead, it acts like a highly intelligent assistant, augmenting and empowering them to do their absolute best work.
Now, what's really interesting about this setup is that there are 4 distinct pillars working seamlessly together. You've got the material management system holding institutional knowledge, student intelligence mapping out learning profiles, class intelligence handling diagnostics, and right at the center, the advanced AI generation engine. And the whole shebang is built securely with multi-tenant isolation. So it acts like secure, separate vaults, ensuring one school's data remains entirely private. Section 3. The 80-second solution. Imagine taking 5 to 7 hours of manual teacher work and compressing it into just an 80-second automated workflow. Think about that leap in efficiency. It takes a mere 20 seconds for the AI to generate a lesson plan, 10 seconds to build a practice test, 30 seconds to draft a progress report, and 20 seconds to evaluate the class. Guys, that's a 99% reduction in processing time.
Section 4. The Intelligent Learning Flywheel.
Unlike one-click content generators, our system focuses on improving teaching quality, adaptive learning, and long-term educational outcomes. See, it's not just about spitting out a generic worksheet for the class. It's about deeply understanding the learner and guiding their specific educational journey.
The difference becomes super clear when you compare the old way to the new way. The old way relies on static file storage in legacy LMS platforms or just pure administration in ERP systems. And genetic AI tools, they act like isolated, unintegrated assistants. But Arigun, the new way, is an active intelligence layer. It doesn't just sit there storing data. It actively analyzes it to make pedagogical decisions and deeply personalize the learning experience across the entire school. And this concept brilliantly illustrates how personalization actually happens. It's through a generation engine that uses something called semantic refraction. Basically, it takes a single teaching concept, let's say quadratic equations, and passes it through an AI prism that is configured precisely to the individual student's profile.
Think of it like this. The AI splits one single lesson plan to perfectly match a student's unique neural map. Step 1 creates a visual path for the visual learners out there. Step 2 builds an analytical path focusing heavily on formulas. And Step 3 generates an interactive path using tools to actually manipulate parameters. So you have one topic perfectly adapted to how the individual student actually absorbs information. Over time, this dynamic adaptation creates an intelligent learning flywheel. With every single interaction, the AI generates customized lessons, captures assessment data, updates student profiles, and then feeds it all back into the brain using advanced vector and graph databases that map relationships between concepts. Basically, the system gets continuously smarter, turning raw data into an ever-improving, compounding learning loop.
Section 5. Scaling Mongolia's Education Future.
The immediate pilot strategy involves a 15 million Tugrik proof of concept allocation in regions like Kuvskol, and what's absolutely vital here is the human-centric approach. The priority isn't just building more cool tech features, it's driving human adoption. It's all about training teachers, onboarding schools, and capturing real usage data to validate the impact. Because let's be real, if the teachers don't use it, the system has no power. But if they do, the financial and operational benefits are undeniable. By shifting to this scalable SaaS model, schools see massive savings, drastically cutting operational costs while driving linear revenue growth for the platform. And even better, this economic efficiency pairs with an expected 20 to 30% improvement in actual student learning outcomes.
So the crucial point is this. Ultimately, the core mission is clear. Our goal is to modernize Mongolia's education ecosystem and create scalable access to high-quality education. This entire endeavor is about bringing equity, access, and excellence to every single student at an unprecedented scale.
I want to leave you with one final provocative question. If AI can compress hours of manual, exhausting work into mere seconds, what will your teachers do with all that saved time? Just imagine the deep mentorship and human connection this could unlock. Thanks so much for exploring this explainer with me.